Did I make any money today? No! Did I lose to another amazing setup? Yes! Did I learn some lessons? I did. Let's get into the day. I lost another $2,800. Well, but it is what it is. Let's get into exactly why I lost the abundance of money. I blew another set of evals, but I'm learning. I've only been day trading for 7 months here. I got my first payout and then I regressed. It's part of the process. It's part of the process. Seriously. But what did I see going into the day? So if we look on the 4 hour, low key choppy conditions. Sorry for all this. I know it kind of looks bad. Let me go right here. It doesn't look amazing, right? We did sweep out. We hit this weekly fair value gap. We showed bullish reaction out. So obviously we're leaning towards bullishness, right? However, it is not the best reaction. There's LRL. We're hitting these 4 hour fair value gaps. We're bouncing out. So it's like we are bullish. It just doesn't look amazing, but it's still true. Then I go into the 1 hour, right? And we see the same thing, but it kind of looks like a chop fest, bro. I'm seeing big ass. I'm seeing this, bro. I'm seeing honestly some accumulation on the high time frame. So I go immediately. I want to see at least the 4 hour intermediate low get hit. I do not want the 1 hour intermediate low that was right here to make me be bullish, right? I'm not taking bullishness because why? If this was the 1 minute chart, I would not be taking a trade off of this. I would wait till the accumulation was completely swept out. That is the mentality going into it. And honestly, it was great. Now, my bias, I looked at this. I said, okay, London highs edged a 4 hour intermediate high. And now it's an edge liquidity pool, which means it'll be great to pursue. It'll be amazing for longs, right? Well, actually, no. Why not? Oh, because I'm a stupid, dumbass idiot. That's why. And we actually had used the London highs to get into a 1 hour. Obviously, this isn't true now because this is by the end of the day. But we had mitigated this daily fair value gap, and then we started showing displacement out, right? So again, there's the London high right here. I don't know where the hell this went. Let's bring this back. And then, so really, we didn't need to trade back to it. Whereas I thought this was a great DOL, it was actually higher resistance because it was in a fair value gap. That is the first mistake. I need to be using the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and maybe even the 15 minute to be getting a full consensus on my daily bias. But I did not do it. So immediate first red flag, I made my daily bias incorrectly. We learn from that, right? Write that shit down in your notebooks, okay? I know I wasn't the only one, right, guys? I wasn't the only guy. Anyways, we go into the day. Now, let me maybe go into replay mode because I'm a dumbass, right? And I spoiled everything. Sorry, I just spoiled everything, right? So 9:30 starts, right? And I see two options. We either get the 4 hour intermediate low by breaking the accumulation and then I take longs, or if we hit the 1 hour, it wasn't enough for me because of this edge DOL. Remember how I thought it was edge because I'm a moron? I was like, okay, if we hit this edge DOL, if we hit the 1 hour, I'll take a cont short off of it, but I don't want to take an instant short because of the edge DOL above. I saw this as a London Judas daily profile, which again was incorrect. London Judas daily profiles when London makes a reversal for basically no reason, and the New York silver bullet time frame uses that little liquidity pool to absolutely blow the back out of the London high and the 4 hour intermediate high, right? So I thought it was a London Judas. It was not. But anyways, those are my two perspectives. I either wanted to see us manipulate down to here and then take longs, like instant reversal longs, or right here, get a continuation and then target the 4 hour intermediate low. Not bad. I love that I had a game plan. Wasn't good enough. We're 4 minutes in. Holy fuck. Start the recap, bro. So we chop around a lot, bro. ES edged the 4 hour intermediate low, but did not sweep it out. And then we got some random ass candles right here with some really big displacement. I was like, holy cow. So we swept out the 1 hour fair value gap here. Now, here was the first good trade of the day. Not this 30-second that some people took. That shit was buns. But it was actually the 3-minute, which was right here. You go on the 3-minute, not a bad trade. Let's see. But I did not like it. Keep in mind, I thought that we could very well go here because of the daily profile. That was incorrect, which makes this trade honestly beautiful because you have everything you need. You have low resistance right here, right? Which looks incredible. You hit a high time frame fair value gap, a 1 hour fair value gap that is sponsored by the daily fair value gap, and then you get a clean inversion. Amazing, amazing, amazing trade. I did not take it because it was kind of against my plan going into the day, but honestly, not bad to wait for for extra confirmation. We end up delivering, right? And it's an amazing trade. I didn't take it because of an incorrect daily bias. It's okay. I'm learning. I'm only 7 months in. It's part of the process. All right. And then we finally open up none other than a 5-minute fair value gap. Now, at this point, I see this, I go, damn, I really want this. We edged this duel, not only here, but on ES, we got super close. I'm ready to take just about anything, right? So I'm waiting. We get good displacement, and then we get a boom inversion, right? So I really like this. This is an A+ setup. Why? Edge DOL, LR leading up to it, sponsored 5-minute. Literally, you couldn't do it better. A daily fair value gap into a 1 hour fair value gap into a 5-minute fair value gap. That is time frame alignment. This trade should have played out, but we've been having these choppy sessions where we chop, distribute, chop, whatever, bro. Like, this does not look prime. This does not look prime at all. Even the 3-minute, bro, I stand by it. The 3-minute close right here was low-key booty cheeks, right? Should have been better. I take this short. I say there's no way this shit's failing. I'll put it on my dog. I'll put it on my grandma. And then I got my stop loss smashed, and I said, all right, well, my grandma's in the hospital now, which is also true. I won't confirm or deny whether it's because of this horrible trade that I took, which was actually statistically probable, and I did like it a lot. I really don't see anything wrong with this trade at all. We hit CE of the 5-minute fair value gap. We got great rejection out. We had 1030 PO3. We had literally everything we needed, right? It really does not get much better. Turtle Soup, the 5-minute CE of the fair value gap. Amazing displacement. Good stop loss. Great LRL. Edge liquidity pool. It's amazing. I don't care what anybody wants to say. Anyways, I got my back blown out. I maxed out because I've been max risking $1,000 a trade in order to pass these evals, which I believe I'm going to stop doing because I'm low-key blowing through money. And then, of course, we get an amazing 2-minute inversion right here. And I go, damn, ain't no way in hell, bro. Now we have everything we had before, but it's truly A+ because there's an SMT, a Kraken correlation showing that price wants to go in the opposite direction. We swept liquidity on one asset, we did not on the other. And then sure enough, again, bro, these weird chops, bro. Like, why is every trade my stop loss almost getting hit? I used to do body low stop loss. I'm not doing that shit anymore. Why am I not doing that shit? Because it simply has not been working. The deliveries have been absolutely horrible. And even then, right, there's really no reason to go break even, except the fact that we've been chopping. You're kind of nervous about your stop loss getting smoked, right? And you can hold. By here, I definitely would have been break even just because, okay, come on, displacement. We swept it. We need to deliver right now. And then we got this. I remember, I did not take this trade. Why did I not take this trade? Because I ran out of money to trade with today. But it was a good trade. 2 statistically really great trades that simply did not play out. Now, what is something else I've low-key been thinking about? As we go into the day, as we go into our sessions, what I've realized is that the first setup, bro, is the most high quality. I need to be picking up on these first setups of the day because these are the ones that played out. When I went last month on my 9-trade winning streak, I was taking the first setup I saw with full confidence, having a correct daily bias that led to me having a statistical probabilistic chance of making money instead of losing it all, right? So that's what I need to do. I need to make sure I'm using the daily 4-hour, 1 hour, and 15-minute, mostly daily 4-hour, 1 hour to create my daily bias. 15-minute if I have to, right? Especially when it comes to break evens, potential reversal points, stuff like that. But really, daily 4-hour, 1 hour. And then I need to make sure that I'm just taking the first good setup of the day. I would have taken that setup if it wasn't for the, whatever I was talking about. I totally lost my train of thought. If I didn't have my daily bias completely wrong. That's what I was going to say. And anyways, yeah, I would have taken it. I even thought about taking it and putting my stop loss right here. It would have been incredible. It would have been an amazing RR trade. You could have targeted right here for a 3.0 RR. I probably would have gone here. And then, no, I would have probably cut my losses right here because technically 1 hour intermediate low type shit type nature. So that is everything for the day. Also, I do want to say that I thought that this structure was kind of ass because I saw this displacement after the LRL, and I thought that this displacement was going to be a lot to try to reverse against. 150 points, that is kind of true, but if statistically there's nothing stopping you, right? My break even would have been here at the, I believe, 4-minute fair value gap. I literally get no women. It would have been amazing. Right. But I didn't like the structure because on the 1 minute it was swing very respecting and then this. And I was like, yeah, I guess like it's statistically valid. But what I have to do is realize the LRL that's below. Right. On top of that, there's literally nowhere else for price to go because everything else is high resistance. The next good draw on liquidity is literally high resistance as fuck. Right. So at this point, you can take, right. And this is important. You can take high quality reversals when you know that price has nowhere else to go. I've been utilizing that so much. What I need to do is stop getting zoned in a low time frame where I go, oh my gosh, look at the 1 minute displacement. We went up 150 points. Look at the 1 minute displacement. And start realizing, motherfucker, we got nowhere else to go, right? Because that's way more important. We have nowhere else to go. So that's why I should have taken this trade of the day. Congratulations if you took the trade. If you took my loss, bro, it's a fine loss, statistical loss, which sucks because most of my trades have been statistical, bro. They really have been. And I can put my dog on that, my dead dog Mikey on that, bro. It is, and it is true. So that's why I don't mind saying that. But seriously, I learned some lessons today. If you took a loss, you suck. I did not take a loss. Don't tell anyone I took a loss. It's not true. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, goodbye.